today we're making a very simple little pouch, maybe for lipsticks or things like that, something not bulky at all. And this is what we're gonna use. I am using this ribbon, it's called the Ribbon Boutique Faux Snakeskin White Ribbon. It was very inexpensive. I got it on a sale for $174 for the little tube. So I am very excited to use it. It is a very soft little fabric, so I am excited because it is gonna serve the purpose of what I want. I buy a lot of these tubes just for simple projects, and they work out so nice. It feels a little bit like a vinyl on the outside, and then the inside is more like a cloth fabric, so it's gonna be really nice. For this project, we are not gonna do a lining. It's just gonna be one piece, so it's gonna be really, really easy. I am gonna use zipper tape to match that, and I'm gonna use a gold little zipper, or a gold color, of course, just to be able to match the fabric. I'm gonna have my tag, which I think I'm gonna put in the inside in a folded position like this, and it's gonna be inside. And I'm gonna have a couple of clips. I have a small pair of scissors, a large pair of scissors, a marker just in case, and this is the disappearing air marker, a lighter just in case I need it to fray anything, and then I have a smaller ruler and a big ruler just in case I need it, okay, just for when I'm measuring. So go ahead and gather your things. If I come up with something else, I'll tell you in the way, but as of right now, this is all I feel that I need. Okay, let's get started. So now, if you don't have this fabric, of course, you can use your own fabric. This fabric is exactly 8 inches in width. So we're gonna have 8 inches in width. And then I'm gonna go ahead and fold it. Honestly, it doesn't come up with that much. I just opened this packet, and it has a total of 24 inches in length in total, but I don't need the whole thing. I just want to see if I fold it in half and half, and I think that's just about what I need. So I am gonna go ahead and get 12 inches in length, and when I measure it here in my on my table, I do have 12 inches. So that is the size that I want. So I'm gonna get my scissors, and I'm gonna cut. And I'm gonna save my one piece. And we're gonna just use this one. So we have an 8 by 12 piece. And I am gonna fold it up just so I can see the size, and it's gonna tell me the size of my little pouch that I'm gonna make, okay? And this fabric feels so nice. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and measure my zipper tape. I do wanna still leave about 1/2 inch to one side and 1/2 inch to the other, just so I can be able to play with it and I don't feel constrained as I am sewing. So just about there, I am gonna snip, and I am gonna fray the ends of that zipper. It's gonna also make it easier for you to put the zipper on when you do that, okay? So let me clean out this side first. Okay. Okay, that's easy. And always remember, so I could put the zipper pull later, so I'm gonna hold off on putting it so I can sew easier. But think of the side that is elevated is your up side, and your side that is flat is your down side, okay? So with that being said, I am putting I'm gonna open my fabric, and I am gonna put it flat on the table. I'm gonna take my up side and turn it over, and then I'm gonna clip um, my zipper in place. And I'm gonna go ahead and sew across. So I have my upper part, and I'm going to bring this one to here, and I'm just going to secure it in place. Okay. So go ahead and, so you did that, go ahead and turn it over, okay? And that is already looking adorable. Now, for the purpose of your machine, my machine seems to have a really high tension right now, and you can see it on the puckering, which is quite a bit. So I'm just gonna reduce it a little bit. And what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna open it, and then I'm gonna put a toe stitch where I flatten this side completely. So I flatten this and I sew it together with the front to make sure it looks really pretty, okay? So go to your machine for that. And I am putting my thumb underneath just so I can push it in, and I can make sure, much better. And I did reduce the tension of the machine, so it still looks really pretty, but it's not so tight. Okay, and I'm gonna do the other side, do the same thing. This is a super, super simple pouch that has the intention of holding makeup in your purse or something like that. There we go. Oops. When I use the industrial machine and the fabrics are so thin, it's like it chews them up. So we need to keep an eye on it. Okay, that looks nice. And see how I hold it in place in both sides. So that way, that kind of becomes part of the pouch. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the zipper in place. So turn it over. I'm gonna take the side that has the long tails, and I want to make sure my zipper, so I want to put the teeth of my zipper looking, the little bulby side looking down onto the zipper pull, the zipper tape. And then I bring it over, and sometimes I just push a little bit and it goes in, but if it doesn't go in, I put it on the table, because sometimes I need a little more fingers and I don't have it. So there you go. Let me put it on the table. It's going to be easier for me. So I just hold it with 2 hands and I pulled in. Ah, there you go. Okay. So I do want it to open to the right, so I'm going to turn it this way, just for mental. There you go. So it's going to open this way. So this is the kind of pouch that you can decide where are you going to close. So you can be able to have a middle, like in the middle, and close it there, or you are going to have it all the way on the top and close it there. Okay, and you have that zipper coming up like that, so it looks a little bit more like a little purse. Sometimes when it comes to being a pouch that doesn't have a lining, it looks nicer when you put it like that, so you kind of have a little bit of an upper part, just like that. And I actually like that position for this pouch. So we are gonna do it like that. And so with that being said, go ahead and turn it over. And find that same position. 2 things that I want to add to it. I do want to add a little pull tab so I can be able to use it. So I'm going to cut a little extra piece. I'm going to cut 3 inches in length and 1 inch in width of the fabric underneath. Let me go get it. Okay, so I have this other extra piece, and what I'm going to do is that I'm going to cut it from here. So I'm gonna measure, this is about 1 inch, and because we gotta fold it, let's go ahead and do 2 inches. So let me turn it over so you can see it better. So I'm gonna mark 2 inches, and I'm gonna mark 3 inches in length. Okay. And you don't really need this. You need okay, that's all we need. So go ahead and fold it, and fold it, and fold it twice. I'm just gonna hold it in place with 2 little clips. And I want you to sew it across, okay? So instead of going back in the other side, I'm gonna turn it over and then sew this way. So it doesn't pull, okay? And that looks really pretty. So now I'm gonna fold it in half. And I am gonna take that zipper in so it doesn't get in the way. And take those two sides together. And place my little tab in there. And you can actually sew it together very quick. I'm gonna do that. Only because sometimes it pulls away and then it doesn't look pretty. Okay, so let's do it again. Lift it, place it. And cinch it together with this clip. Okay, so for that side, I'm gonna do that. And on the other side, I am gonna put my tab. So I have my little tab. I'm gonna turn it over. And I know this is the upper part of the pouch. So I do want to have it inside, not outside. So I'm going to hold it there. Okay, and now we're gonna sew. You can go ahead and cut that zipper, and we are gonna come back and fray it, but we'll do that after we finish sewing the other side. Okay. I would say don't put your fingers in the way of the needle, right? Just what I did right there. Okay. That looks really pretty. So I'm gonna put my finger through and open this little pouch. This is adorable. Oh my goodness, look at that. That looks adorable. It feels a little puckered, but I think it is just a look, and it's actually really pretty. So I'm not upset at all. I love it. So we didn't seal the corner, so we're gonna do that very quick with a very little piece of the same fabric, okay? Because this has such a nice fabric inside. So what I am gonna do is I'm gonna use the same fabric, and I'm gonna look at the end, and I'm gonna see what's the size. So that's about to there. So let's get your marker. So I'm gonna turn it over. And I'm gonna go to there. So it gives me about, let me measure it. It's a 5.5 inches in length. And I am gonna measure 1 inch, less than an inch, half an inch. So I am gonna mark a half an inch, which is a half an inch would be enough, 1.5 inches. So 3/4, so 3/4 of an inch. So I'd rather have more than less. Three-quarters of an inch. And I'm gonna do 2 of those sizes. Okay, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my first piece. Let me move the zipper over a little bit. I'm gonna take my first piece and I'm gonna put it corner to corner, okay? And I'm gonna sew it across. I'm gonna turn it over. Oops, I could have sewn a little lower, so let me do that again. To sew a little lower, but I don't wanna sew over my tag. Let's do that. And that looks good. I'm gonna cut the excess so I can fit the tag, everything really nicely. There you go. And now I'm gonna fold it over and sew the other side. because of the type of fabric, I'm gonna kind of click it there and it just seals nicely because of the way the fabric is. Oh, that looks so pretty. Look at that. Ooh, so nice. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing on the other side, and that's such a beautiful finish. And again, I'm gonna cut the excess. Okay, and I'm gonna do the same on the other side. Start with the side from the zipper so you can be able to see it nicely. And let me just hold it in place. There we go. Okay, there's really, I already cut the excess, so I don't have to cut anymore. So I'm gonna turn it, and I do have under, so I am gonna go one more line, so it looks nice. So this is the moment that you want to fix those things. You know, I see those videos and everything is so perfect. I'm like, wow, how did they get everything perfect at once? I can never. But this is what my videos are about. Just kind of finding what we do, looking at the imperfections, and then working with it so we can fix it, okay? And again, I am gonna cut that second line that I have just so I can cut that excess. And now I'm gonna turn it over. Oh, that looks beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And I'm gonna turn it over. And I do handle the fabric a little bit and push it. So I am gonna put a clip this time so I can hold it tight where I need it to be. There we go. And there we go. And I feel like I need to use my stiletto. To hold it down. Again, don't put your finger in there. Did I get to the end of the bobbin? What? Oh my goodness, I did. Oh, I won the bobbin. What? Okay. Okay, I may want to seal this corner a little bit. So let me just put a new bobbin very quick. Let me see if that's what happened. Ah, I did. Bobbin is empty. Okay. And as I was doing, I was making a new bobbin. So I'm gonna put it in nice and quick, making sure it rolls. Good job. Put it in. Every time I put a new bobbin, I clear the thread and then replace it. Oh, wait, I did it wrong.
Okie dokie, let's take a look. And I wanted to secure that little corner, so let me do that very quick. All done. Okay. It came out so pretty. Let's see. Okay. Let's turn it. This is a beautiful inside, as you can see. I love that corner. Look how nice it came out, front and back. Okay, and then the same thing to the other side, and I have my tags there, front and back, and it looks so pretty, so well done. Because of the fabric type, we really didn't need a lining fabric, and we want this to be super soft, super nice. I am gonna push those corners everywhere. I know my daughter is gonna take this from me. Okay, looks so pretty. So let me show you. It came out really, really nice. Okay.
Okay, so this came out super cute. I love it. It's very simple. We only had a little piece of fabric. So overall, it came out really, really cute. I'm very happy. If you like it, please like and subscribe to my channel, as I am making more and more videos as I am able to. Make sure you push your corners. I'm actually super excited about this one because it came out super cute. It's very soft and